All right, now to figure out which one controls the actual karma value um, is pretty basic, pretty simple. So we're gonna go back into the game here. Um, we have available karma 22. We'll hit Alt Tab, go back to Cheat Engine, make sure both our values are still 22, and what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna do exactly what we did before. Spend a little karma, hit 16. It's great. So we go back. They're both 16. All right, so we have two values relative to the karma value. Excuse me. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to start messing with these values, and see what is and is not reflected in the game. So to make it real simple, um, again, Alt Tab or click outside the box to select the window or whatnot. Go back here, go to the actual Shadowrun thing, or window, as some people might prefer, and we're just gonna sort of get rid of everything. So now we're all the way back up to we haven't confirmed anything. We're just, we got rid of all the crap that we had spent. So now we're back up to available karma 34. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change one value to something totally random, something that we would recognize. The way we do that is just we could click on different fields here or whatnot. Never mind that thing. But so in order to say we wanted to change the value of the top one, we would just double, make sure the mouse is over here and it's over value. You could double click on it. It's gonna say, what do you want to change the value to? Well, I want to change the value to 31,337. And if you don't get that joke, that's fine. But trust me, it's funny. So anyway, change the value to that. We go back to Shadowrun, and you notice that the available karma is still 34. Now, the reason that even let's say that that was the right value for us to change, the reason that you're not going to see that value reflected yet is because you haven't actually changed anything within the game, and this is something that's important when it comes to event-based games, or just sort of not even event-based, because that's sort of a misnomer. All games are event-based to some extent, but it's it's um it's a very popular thing for games to be implemented in such a way that the changes you make will not be displayed until you sort of get away from the menu and then come back to it. So again, we haven't actually clicked on add karma on any of these rows, and I'm not going to. So it still says 34, but when we alt tab back out, you can see that we've set the value to 31,337, and damn it, it's funny, and nobody knows why, but anyway, that's the value that we should see. Now, when we alt tab back to the game, we don't see that value. Now, why is that? It's because the it's event based in the sense that it will only update this value when we force the menu or the screen to actually update itself. And the way that we force it to update itself is by modifying something that's in it. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's the body or the quickness or the range combat, or we could scroll all the way down here, and conjuring. Yeah, we could click +1 conjuring, and I think I might do that. But the point is that this value will not update until we change something down here, and that's not a function of Cheat Engine or anything like that. That is simply a product of event programming and um, modern style, if you will, when it comes to programming. That again, I mean, if you're having trouble finding a value, or if you don't see the value you've changed displayed because of an issue like this is not Cheat Engine's fault. This is just a product of the way that programming is done nowadays. So be aware, be careful. So again, to get back to the more relevant issues, I haven't actually clicked on any of these plus signs. I'm highlighting these plus signs, but I haven't clicked on any of them. So we're going to Alt-Tab back out to Cheat Engine one final time before I click something. So I haven't actually changed anything. Alt-Tab, come back out here. So we see that these are the two values that we had before for karma. So one of them is 31,337 and the other one is 34. So we're going to Alt-Tab back in, and we know that when we click on one of these adds, it's going to subtract, just basic arithmetic tells us. It's going to subtract something from whatever the game whatever the game thinks is available karma. Now, it right now, as far as this menu, the last time this menu refreshed, it thought the available karma was 34. If we before we click something, if we alt tab back out, it tells us no. As far as we are concerned, and we're right, always, because we have the values. We think that the value is 31,337. So what we have to do is we have to force this menu to recheck the value of the available karma. And the way that we do that is simply by just clicking something. And as soon as we click something, the internal routines in the game will recalculate what is available and what is not. This is something that will not update on a real-time basis. You have to, again, it's event based. So when you click on one of these things, it'll force this value to be recalculated, and that's how this sort of thing works. So doesn't matter if we're a conjurer or not, but we're going to click this button real quick. And before we do, we're going to make a final note. 34 is the available karma. We're going to click this button, and now you can see that as soon as we clicked it, it recalculated the value, and we have a ridiculous amount of karma. So we can do anything we want. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised this value didn't overflow. Um, it's not important what that means, but this is an absurd amount of karma, and frankly, nobody should have that much. So to sort of affect that, we're going to Alt-Tab back out. So now you can see that there's the two fields that we had identified before. One of them has the actual value of karma, 31336. We will Alt-Tab back just to make sure. And then the other one has 33. Now, I don't give a crap what this 33 one is. I mean, it's probably an address that refers to something on the interface or something like that. The fact is that it doesn't make any difference to us. Setting that value would do nothing. So we're going to delete it, and I mean, I don't care what it is. So we're going to we could double click on this, and we could reset karma to anything at this point. So we could Alt Tab back in, click a couple times. We've got 31324. Alt Tab back out. You can see this value adjusts. So we have found the value for the karma during the character creation screen. I stress during the character creation screen of our character. Now, if we actually, saved it and confirmed it and went into the game or whatnot, this address would probably not point to the actual karma value of the player. And there's many technical reasons for that, but I'm confident in saying that it would not be the actual player value. So, just as a final point, you can see there's no description, but if we wanted to be fancy, we could say, character creation karma, no capital. So bam, done. All right, what's the address? 1522C4D0. So it's a hex address, points us to where we need to be. What's the type? It's 4 bytes because, as we said earlier, there's only 3 types that we're dealing with right now. As far as on an abstract level, and the 4 byte is the integer. So what is the integer value? It is 31324. We double click. We could change it to anything we wanted. Let's make it I don't know what's something funny. 43110 is hello in leet speak. So there's 43,100 or 1,000 fuck whatever, and we go back available karma. You can see it hasn't changed yet, but as soon as we click, any button, it's going to update the UI, and the value will be what it should be. And there you go. It is close to that. We alt tab back out. You can see 43,109. Now the reason there's a discrepancy there is a bit of a subtle thing. I mean, there's probably setting karma this high is really probably not a good idea. It's a smaller data type if you want to get technical about it. So setting it this high is probably ridiculous, and it's going to overflow, and you're in a world of shit. But anyway, the basic premise has been proved that we can find values, we can change them, and whatnot. We can, click here, click here, click here. I mean, we can pretty much just max out our character if we really felt the need. And you know what? Fuck it, we'll just do it. So there's that, and then a little bit of this. Scroll down. I mean, again, I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. There's no reason to have this much karma. It's almost stupid. So we're just we're gonna exit, and we're gonna exit, and then we're gonna exit as well. So confirm. Anyway, that's done. So that is that video. It proves the point, and we will jump into a little bit more next video.